Hi friends, welcome to another reading vlog. This is Asian Readathon vlog part 2. I guess it's week 2. I guess I'll do this on a weekly basis until I burn out of this readathon or until I finish my TBR. But let's be real, it being me, it's probably going to be the burnout first because I'm already feeling the burnout. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in with you real quick because I started on my Kindle Severance by Ling Ma. And if you don't know what Severance is about, it is about a young girl, Chinese girl who lives in Manhattan named Candace Chen, and a plague of biblical proportions sweeps through New York, and it's not a zombie plague, but it does sort of make people into zombie-ish types. They sort of just go through their routines, rotting away, they're fevered, and Candace is one of a few people in a group that don't get infected. So it's sort of going through her journey, and it does seem to be like a satire / commentary on capitalism and like first world problems. She does seem to refer to herself, or at least the people around her, as a millennial. So it's really interesting. It's definitely a different pace after I finished Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I mentioned burnout, but guys, it's been sort of a tough week. If you can see, there's my doggy right there. There's Max. There he is. If you've been sort of following my journey recently, you know that my baby Max is sick. And this past week has been a little tough. So I'm making it through Severance by Ling Ma, but I'm about a third of the way through the book, and I'm gonna be honest, it's just a bit serious for how I'm feeling right now. So I thought I would take a break and maybe do a comfort read of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I got this illustrated edition last year and still have not cracked it open. So I might do that today. And the way this is probably going to work is that I'm probably not going to read all of it because I've read Goblet of Fire a couple times before, especially when I was younger. But I'll probably start it, get the cozy feels, and then I'll maybe put it down and get back to Severance by Ling Ma. With that being said, I still haven't picked up Wicked As You Wish again. Oh my god, I can't talk. Yeah, by Rin Chapeko. It's just not doing it for me. And life is too short to read books that you don't enjoy and aren't doing anything for you. So that might be it for that book. So technically we're 2 1/3 down on my TBR, and I really have only 1 book and a half. I'm still listening to The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang on audiobook. That's going great. I'm just having trouble finding time to actually listen to it, so I'll probably go on a walk today and listen to a decent chunk of it, maybe do some chores and listen to it. So it should be a pretty good reading day. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm not gonna talk to you for too much longer, but I found myself with an unexpected day off and a long holiday weekend ahead, so it's probably gonna be a lot of reading. Yeah, so let's get started.
Bottle of wine will get me every time. One phone call away and you're ready to be mine. We twist the truth to justify, but baby, 2 wrongs doesn't make it right. I'll be yours till the morning light. Right here in the moment, we're breathing life. Both of us lost in this ugly life. Right here, all that matters is you and I. So hold on and let's save this night. Lovers to fight for the joy of making up.
I'm not very far into the Goblet of Fire, but I had to share with you something that I just saw. It's one of the illustrated pages, and I think this is Ron Weasley. Is this my man Ron? Oh my god, he is so cute. Look how attractive he is. Oh my goodness. Man, could give Rupert Grint a run for his money. Okay, I know I just updated you about cute Ron Weasley here, but I have to show you this illustration. And I promise this is the last update of Goblet of Fire for at least a little bit. Okay, look at this image of the burrow. That is Molly Weasley right there. And she's cooking. She's got like carrots flying and like pans in the air, like coming together. That's like potatoes in the colander. Oh my god. I absolutely love this art. It's so cute. Can I just say that Molly Weasley is perhaps one of my favorite Harry Potter characters. Seriously, my favorite. If there was one person that I like fully identify with and hope that I could be half the person they were, it would be Molly Weasley. I want to be surrounded by a big family in the country with lots of like crazy cozy things. She is just the best, and she turns out to be, I mean, she doesn't turn out, she always started as, she always has been this like mama bear type figure. Like, she will literally fuck your shit up if you mess with her children, Harry and Hermione included. I love her so much. She gives me the best feeling ever when I read about her. Just so cozy and lovely. Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, thank you. Thank you for Molly Weasley. Hello, my loves. Just checking in real fast. I'm gonna take off my glasses because I actually can't see because the sun is so bright. It's been raining so much here that I am taking every and any chance to be in the sun. But I wanted to check in because I have just hit the 100-page mark in Goblet of Fire. I had a couple things to do today, so I've been going through it pretty slowly. Can I just say, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted all these vibes. Gosh, I forgot how good the 4th Harry Potter book was. I've just finished the part where like the Dark Mark appears at the Quidditch World Cup. Just phenomenal, just phenomenal. And reading these books as an adult is really kind of a game changer because if you read them when they came out, maybe you missed a couple nuances here or there, and I definitely did. I definitely just missed a couple things, and one of the biggest things that I missed is just how truly sophisticated J.K. Rowling's writing was. I appreciated it then, and I definitely appreciate it now. Okay, so I wanted to film a little mini haul. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little mini haul because I got some mail and I'm so excited. So the first package from Amazon, I ordered this a while back, like a long while back, and they reported it as missing. So they sent me another one, and it is The Troop by Nick Cutter. Now this is supposed to be an absolutely terrifying, unsettling book about, I believe, yeah, a scoutmaster named Tim Riggs, and he leads his like little band of children on a camping trip, and something happens. There's like some sort of contagion, I think. An unexpected intruder stumbles upon their campsite, shockingly thin, disturbingly pale, and voraciously hungry. So I've heard this compared to sort of like a modern day Lord of the Flies, something like that. And I read Lord of the Flies back in the day, and that was disturbing. And I didn't even really fully understand it when I read it, but I knew it was disturbing. So if this is anything like that, along those vibes, it's gonna be good. I've heard nothing but amazing things about this book, so I'm excited to get into it. But we're not feeling the scary and depressing vibes right now. We're feeling the good Harry Potter vibes, okay? So we're gonna keep reading Goblet of Fire until I don't feel like it anymore, which, you know, my mood changes often. So the next haul I have is from Cavity Colors. Guys, Cavity Colors is my favorite horror t-shirt company. They just have such excellent high quality t-shirts, and I finally got Ooh, okay, got some stickers. Oh, more oh yes, I love their bookmarks. I love them. And this is an Elvira one, and then I got another Elvira sticker. Yes, which is appropriate because hello, I got an Elvira t-shirt. Yeah, I love it so much. It's very like vintage. It's got like a dark collar and like collar on the sleeves. Does that make sense? Collar on the sleeves. But I love this design. If you can see it, Elvira has like a jack-o'-lantern, and then there are skeletons behind her with a VHS and popcorn. This gives me all the like 80s and 90s horror vibes. Oh, I'm in love. Oh, it's just such great quality. So we're putting that aside. I'm gonna wear it later, so if you see me in this vlog wearing it, you just best trust that I probably didn't remove it for a long time. I'm gonna wear it and be obsessed with it for a long time. Okay, I got an order from Thrift Books. Guys, if you have not checked out Thrift Books and you're trying to kick the Amazon habit, but you're like, you know, trying to figure out the best way to supplement buying from the local stores and buying from bigger stores, Thrift Books is the way to go. I haven't really looked into their ethical, like how they treat their employees, but so far what I've seen, I've Googled a couple things and I haven't seen any bad things. So hopefully they treat their employees well, etc. I'm trying my best to not shop from Amazon. I'm really doing it little by little, boycotting it as much as I can, but you know, we all do things at our own pace, and I'm trying. But Thrift Books has been my best friend. Now, it's just like it says, it's books that are secondhand thrifted, but they also sell new releases, and new books, and they're also at a decent price. So honestly, I think they're a great competitor of Amazon. They don't have 2-day Prime shipping, but no one has 2-day Prime shipping in these quarantine times. I'm excited. Charlie Bone, guys. Do you guys know about Midnight for Charlie Bone by Jenny Nimmo? This was my favorite book series growing up. This was second to Harry Potter and probably around the same tier as the Old Kingdom series, like Sabriel, Abhorsen, those books by Garth Nix. This is so good. If you've not read Midnight for Charlie Bone, so I don't really remember, so I'm going to read you the back. What's happening to Charlie Bone? Charlie doesn't want to believe it when he discovers that he can hear the thoughts of people in photographs, but his horrible aunts are delighted. It means that he is one of the chosen and must attend the Blor's Academy for Gifted Children. Once there, Charlie realizes that some of his classmates have equally mysterious powers, and soon Charlie is involved in uncovering the mysterious past of one of them. This is so good. Now, it sounds very familiar, right? Like terrible relatives, you know, underdog sort of male young character. Yeah, sounds a lot like Harry Potter. There's a magical academy type of thing, but it is different. It is a darker, much darker tone from the very beginning and through on out, and a lot of it does take place in just the normal world, while Harry Potter takes place mostly at the school, like 80 to 90% at Hogwarts. This is probably like a 60-40, like I would say 60 in the school and 40 out of school. It's just excellent, and if you're looking for like a really good read for yourself, if you like middle grades, or for your children, this is so good. I am definitely going to be doing a readathon. This is the second book, Charlie and the Time Twister. Guys, for the money that I paid for this, because this is a hardcover, I paid like $4 for each of these, and they're in perfect condition. I mean, there's a couple dents here or there, but whatevs. I'm not picky. I am so excited. Yeah. So that's my little haul. Yeah, 100 pages into Goblet of Fire, loving it so much. I will check in with you when I get a little further. Hello. Wow, I have not read a whole lot since I last updated you. If I'm being honest, things are kind of hectic at the house. I'll kind of leave it at that. But I did get, oh, there's one of my doggies. I did get more packages today because, hello, quarantine, can't stop, won't stop. But more from Thrift Books. I have a feeling this is the rest of the Charlie Bone books. Yep. More Charlie Bone books. So these are actually Roscoe. These are the rest of the Charlie Bone books that I ordered. I'm waiting on getting the last 2 or 3 just because there weren't like used editions that were less than $10 and I didn't feel like spending more than $10. But I did get this really cool, I think it's a UK edition actually. Yeah, so this is the special random not US edition and this is the US edition. So you can sort of see the difference there. Oh, even like the inside is like crazy. Do you see that? It definitely does not look like that in the US editions. They don't have like special edges or borders and their font is different. I can't wait to start reading these books. I'm so excited. Also, I got one other package that literally has been in the process of getting to me for like months. I ordered the most beautiful linen dress from a company called Flor. They're expensive. They're ethically made, ethically sourced, etc. But they're like $200 a dress. And I don't buy dresses like that lightly. I waited till it went on sale and it went on a decent sort of sale, enough to make me be like, okay, I'll buy it. So let's see. Pretty green paper. So the reason it took like months to get here is that I got it, ordered the wrong size, asked for an exchange, sent it back, quarantine went into effect, and it just took forever to get to them in Lithuania. That's where the company is based out of. And then once they finally sent the dress that in the right size back to me, quarantine was in full effect and it was just sort of hanging out. So we've got a little postcard, very beautiful, and here is the dress. Now, I really want to be someone who's like super trendy and all this sort of stuff, but really I'm just like an Amish grandma, gardening grandma who reads books and drinks a lot of tea at heart. But it is a beautiful dress and I will try it on for you to let you see. It is just the best twirling dress too. It is long sleeve, so it's a bit past the time that I can wear it, but hopefully it'll fit this time. One sec. Okay, so I put the dress on real fast so you can see. It is a full length dress and it is just beautiful. Can you guys see? I have waited so long for this dress and it is such a beautiful color. It's kind of tricky to get my whole body in this shot, but yeah, it's beautiful. I love it so, so much. So the debacle with it is that I ordered an extra small and then I got it and I was like, well then, I didn't think I was an extra small, but your measurements made it seem like I was an extra small. So should have followed my gut on that one and just ordered the small like I almost always do. Oh, and there's a little poem in the pocket. How sweet. Oh. Perhaps we only leave so we may once again arrive to get a bird's eye view of what it means to be alive. For there is beauty in returning. Oh, how wonderful, how strange to see that everything is different, but no, it's only you who's changed. Gosh, oh, have I been not in focus that whole time? Cool, I just read you poetry and we've been blurry. Oh gosh. Okay, guys, can I actually show you another dress that I just got recently and I thought about sharing with you and I didn't. One sec. Okay, I know that this is a booktube channel, but I just had to show you these because I got them recently. This dress is from Pyne and Smith Clothiers. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a longer dress too, and it's like, I don't know, makes me feel like I'm going to the farmer's market. Yes, this is what it's like to live with me. Yeah, this is another rather expensive linen dress, but I don't buy clothes that often anymore unless it's the random horror shirt, and I am trying to be more ethical and conscious about this, and linen is probably the most ethically conscious or environmentally conscious sort of thing. It's very sustainable, and it lasts forever. So yeah, this is that was my one weird clothing haul. Now I'm gonna go back to wearing my Elvira t-shirt and shorts, because if I'm not in dresses that make me look Amish and or out of the 1850s, I'm wearing horde t-shirts and shorts. And now I'm gonna go read, because that's what we do here, right? Bye. Hello, my friends. It's been a while since I've updated you. I'm gonna take the time now to say that I'm probably putting a pause on the Asian readathon that I started. I know that that's rather sudden, but it's Tuesday afternoon, and I don't remember when I last updated you, maybe last Friday. Well, Saturday, this past Saturday, May 23rd, we said goodbye to Max. Yeah, he was just sort of in a bad way. So my furry best friend Max has now gone over the Rainbow Bridge, and it's been really rough. I'm not gonna lie. We've talked about this before maybe, but there's something so strange about losing a dog. It's not like losing a loved one, a best friend, anything like that. Dogs, they create rhythm and routine in your life. Maybe you see a best friend or your mom once a week, maybe a little more frequent or a little less frequent. Dogs, they make you get up, they make you walk, you need to feed them, they weave themselves inextricably in your life. And when you lose that routine and the unconditional love, one of the most uncomplicated relationships you'll ever have, that's with a dog. It's crushing, to say the least. Anyway, I'm not gonna go on too long about that. I just want to let you know that things may be a little strange on my YouTube channel. Not in terms of content, but it may be staggered in timing. I'm trying to find my way back to filming, and I will get there eventually, but right now everything seems very confusing and sort of in a fog, and I just wanted to let you know. And who knows when I'll upload this, because everything that I enjoy normally, especially if it's inside my house, because everything that Max touched or was around, it just is infused with all of his memories. So it's hard for me to be inside my house, let alone sit down and edit videos for hours upon hours at a time. Filming is really tough. Being in my library room is really tough. Anyway, like I said, I'm not going to go on too long about this. I just want to let you know that one of the biggest comforts recently has been reading Harry Potter. This is the illustrated version of The Goblet of Fire, and I've probably got a little less than 150 pages less. It's been a bit of a bear to read, mostly because it's physically heavy, but to be honest, it's giving me a lot of comfort. Oh God, it's great. It's great. I'm going through it slowly because I can't seem to stay focused for very long. Reading is another thing that just I can't seem to sit in my house and do. I can't sit still enough to do because I'm just a little overwhelmed. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, reading a lot of Harry Potter. I did manage to meet up with one of my best friends, Irina. We got some takeout from a restaurant, sat outside, you know, followed COVID social distancing, and we made an appointment to browse at a local bookstore that we both love. And you know, we made sure our hands were sanitized, wearing masks, and anything we touched we brought up to the front so they could wipe down. So I actually have quite a haul. I don't feel like making a separate video for this just because I don't. So I thought I'd go through it with you now. The first thing that I want to talk about is this candle that I got. It says Cozy Reads. It's from Flypaper Products. I don't know where it's from, probably not local to me, but the scent is pumpkin, spice, and anjou pears. And it just smells so good. It sort of reminds me of a Bath and Body Works candle. I think maybe sweater weather. I don't know. Probably every scent that I buy reminds me of sweater weather or some sort of pumpkin spiced scent, just because that's what I gravitate towards. It was expensive. It's 20 bucks, but is grief spending weird? I almost find any excuse to just buy whatever my heart desires because I'm sort of filling a void. That sounds really emo, but that's the reality of how I feel. Anyway, I'm really pumped about this candle. It smells amazing. I'm probably gonna burn it right after I talk to you. I did get a bunch of books, a bunch. I'm not gonna lie, I spent over $100, way over. But you know, yeah, anyway. The first book was actually recommended to me because I posted in a Facebook group if there were any books that helped people get through pet loss and pet grief. And one of the books is The Rough Patch by Brian Lies. And I actually read it the moment I got home, and it is very short, very quick because it's a children's picture book. But the message is very succinct and it really hit home. Basically here, this little fox person is a gardener and he did everything with his dog, and one day his dog passed away and he couldn't bring himself to garden. He hacked away everything and slowly starts his making his way back to normalcy, and eventually happy things happen, and it's a perfect story for me, especially right now. I'm probably going to read this over and over again. The illustrations are fantastic. I'll just show you. There, it's beautiful. And it really brought me comfort, honestly, and it was expensive, I will say, for children's books. I didn't know children's books were $18, but I bought it. I picked up finally a copy of Salem's Lot by Stephen King. Sorry for the glare. I've been eyeing this book for a while, but I was hoping to buy a used version and then just never got around to it, so I saw it at the bookstore and got it. If you don't know what Salem's Lot is about, cool, because I don't either, really. I know it's about vampires, and I know John Carpenter made a movie out of it. From what I understand, the main character is an author. He moves to a town called Jerusalem's Lot and wants to live in this sort of like mansion that has a lot of lore around it. Like it's like a local legend basically, and it's supposed to be very haunted, or maybe presumed haunted. I've heard this is good. I've heard that the ending is kind of meh, but Stephen King kind of operates like that. He weaves a great story, but sometimes some of his books, the endings are just, well, the rest of the 99% of the book is fantastic, and then sometimes the ending is just like, okay, but not going to prevent me from reading it. The next book that I got is A Winter's Promise by Christelle Dobbs. I actually heard about this a few times through Reagan from Peruse Project, that booktube channel, and this is about a girl named Ophelia, beautiful name. She possesses 2 magical powers, to detect the truth, I think. Oh no, seeing into a talents, seeing into an object's past and traveling through mirrors. Yes. And it's supposed to be like there's lots of different worlds in this book. It sounded really interesting. It's been on my TBR for a really long time. Apparently it was originally written in French, so this is an English translation of the original. So I'm really interested. It seems really lofty and like magical, and I kind of just want books that take me away from reality right now. Quick interlude. That's kind of why I don't feel like finishing with my TBR with the Asian Readathon. The rest of the books that I have on my TBR, The Kiss Quotient, Severance by Ling Ma, I might do the short stories. I promised the author a review on that. So the short story, Who's Out There, I think. It by Dimas Rio. That's a short story collection, so I'll probably finish that because at least it's not super rooted in reality right now. The next book is The House by the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This is more of a complicated plot, so I'm just going to read you the sleeve if that's okay. Linus Baker is a by-the-book caseworker at the department in charge of magical youth. At 40, he lives in a tiny house with a devious cat and his old records for company, but his quiet life is about to change. Linus is summoned by the extremely upper management and given a curious and highly classified assignment. Travel to an orphanage on a distant island and determine whether 6 dangerous magical children are so dangerous, in fact, that they're likely to bring about the end of days. When Linus arrives at the strangest of islands, he's greeted by a series of mysterious figures, the most mysterious of which is Arthur Parnassus, the master of the orphanage. As Linus and Arthur grow closer, Linus discovers the master would do anything to keep the children safe, even if it means the world has to burn. Magical children, darkish plot, a devious cat. I'm into it. So the next book, this was actually recommended to me by a friend on Bookstagram, Page and Parlor. I'll leave her information down below. But this is Pen Pal by Dathan Auerbach. Don't know how you say that name. Now this is another sort of complicated plot, even though it's a very short synopsis. I don't quite understand, so I'll read it to you. In an attempt to make sense of his own mysterious and unsettling childhood memories, a man begins to reconstruct his past. As the games and adventure of his youth become engulfed by a larger story, he finds that it forms a tapestry of unbelievable horror that he could have never expected. Each chapter completes a different piece of the puzzle for both you and the narrator, and by the end of it all, you will wish that you could forget what he never knew. Almost sounds like a choose your own adventure, but you don't get to choose your own adventure. I mean that in the sense that it's like you're piecing things together. And even though most thrillers and horror novels and novels in general, that's what you do, you piece things together, this sounds really intriguing and different. So the next book that I got was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and this is the new release from Suzanne Collins. This is the prequel to The Hunger Games, and it revolves around President Snow when he was younger and he actually went through the Hunger Games. Guys, there's a plane flying. Why right now? I resisted really hard in getting this book. It didn't sound that interesting to me. I read all 3 Hunger Games books. Honestly, I devoured them really quickly. And I don't know that I even finished watching all the movies because honestly, the hype was a lot and I was just over it. So I didn't really bother with the movies. I saw the first 2. They were good, sure, yeah. But I know I loved the book, so I was like, fine, let me just get this because whatever, what else am I doing right now? So the next book that I got is The Magnificent Monsters of Cedar Street. Now this is a middle grade. This is by Lauren Oliver, and first of all, the art on it is fantastic. So the book revolves around the main character, Cordelia Clay, and she and her father sort of rescue monsters. They're like misfit creatures, and one day she finds that most of the misfit creatures and monsters and her father are missing. So she has to, with the monsters left, she has to find out what the heck happened. This is really interesting because I'm a big fan of animals, as we all know, and I love the idea of a young girl and her father rescuing monsters and like misunderstood creatures. I think that this is going to be the perfect book for me right now. Like, I'm really excited about it. So I have one book left. This is The Age of Witches by Louisa Morgan. Now, a very long time ago when I first started this booktube channel, it wasn't that long ago, it was last year, I talked about the book The Secret History of Witches by this same author. Loved A Secret History of Witches. Sorry, someone's coming at my driveway. Loved Secret History of Witches. It read more like a historical fiction, and what I loved about it was that there was magic. Excuse me, but it wasn't overt. What I think the biggest theme of the book, of The Secret History of Witches, is that it was a power passed through the mother onto the daughter, and it was really about family relationships, mother and daughter relationships, and sticking together under intense scrutiny and prejudice because they're witches. So I absolutely love that book, and this one sounds kind of the same, so I'll just read it to you. A magical tale of family, ambition, and love set in the Gilded Age, New York and London. or set in Gilded Age New York and London. In 1692, Bridget Bishop was hanged as a witch. 200 years later, her legacy lives on in the scions of two very different lines, one dedicated to using their powers to heal and help women in need, and the others determined to grasp power for themselves by any means necessary. This clash will play out in the fate of Annis, a young woman in Gilded Age New York who finds herself to be a pawn in the family struggle for supremacy. She'll need to claim her power to save herself and resist succumbing to the darkness that threatens to overcome them all. Guys, I don't know Louisa Morgan, but I'm pretty sure we'd be buds if I met her in real life. She just knows. She just has like this really great feminist edge to her books without being in your face. Like, it really is just about matriarchy and how like extraordinary things are passed from mother to daughter. And what's even more extraordinary is that there's the complicated love and relationship between mother and daughter, even without powers. Like, for y'all who are daughters out there and mothers, you know what I'm talking about. Sorry, my battery died. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was rambling on and on until you just decided to unsubscribe from my channel because I'm so long-winded. Anyway, I'm really excited about Age of Witches because I love witches. I love Louisa Morgan. That's the end of my haul, guys. I am gonna try and not be so morose next time you see me. I'm just going through some stuff, guys, like we all are, because we're all in COVID together. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have it more together next time you see me. Regardless, I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video, like I said, and please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps my channel, and that notification bell so you know when I've always got good things coming to you. Bye, y'all.